Hey there, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New Hampshire and New England brews. Welcome back for another review. And I'm sitting here in a storage area at my house, and it's really the porch, which really would be nice if I'd clean it up someday and make it into something I can actually enjoy, rather than just a place to put everything that falls into my hands that I don't need. But anyway, you're probably wondering why there isn't a bottle here at the moment. You just see a glass. Well, that's because I'm doing something a little different today, and I am going to review a beer from a growler. No, I'm not going to drink the entire growler in front of the camera. I'm just going to pour a little bit into this mug, and I will drink it. And what I'm reviewing today is the Flying Goose Pub and Grill of New London, New Hampshire. I'm reviewing their Potter Place Porter. The ABV on this is 4.72%. The name Potter Place Porter is named after a restored train station that's located on the outskirts of the town of New London, which is best known for Colby Sawyer College and, of course, the Flying Goose Pub and Grill, which is what I enjoy New London for. So the thing about growlers is that it's going to be a little different than a bottle. You pour it into the glass, and but then you still have another something like 50 ounces or so of beer in here, so you kind of want to drink it. I don't want to drink the entire 64 fluid ounce growler, but you kind of want to drink it, quickly, because it'll start going kind of flat after a while and keep opening and shutting, and letting the air in and letting the air out and so on. Unlike a single bottle that you open it once, pour it out, and drink the whole thing. So here we go. I'm going to unscrew the top, which they put on pretty good for me. I guess they wanted to make sure it got home okay. There we go. There we go. From the growler of the Flying Goose Pub of New London, pour. A little after season. I mean, porters are usually kind of good in the winter months, I think, more so than a nice spring day like today. Okay, let's take a look at it. Let's put the top back on again to try to prevent some of that air from coming back in. Have a little bit more later. Okay, let's take a look at this here. Well, we have here a very dark color, little tinges of brown, but it's mainly kind of a dark brown, almost to the point of being black. And there's a fairly decent head here. I'd say about a finger or so. It's a silky, frothy kind. It really looks kind of nice. Bubbles away slowly. Gives it just kind of a nice, inviting sensation, at least as far as I'm concerned. A little bit of lacing on this. The other problem about being on the porch, you can hear every vehicle that goes by. All right, a little bit of lacing in here as well, and just kind of a nice looking beer for today. Also using the Flying Goose glass. Okay, yes, I'm finally going to get around to smelling it. Okay, as far as the scent goes, it's got that sort of a mild porter aroma. It's typical of a porter. It's got a bit of a chocolatey feel to it, kind of a malty feel to it, sort of a sweetness going on. And not so much in the hops as much, but more in the malts and the chocolate, and maybe a little raisiny, something along those lines. It's not bad. It's not a real overpowering aroma. It's more kind of a mild aroma. It's definitely a porter style aroma, though. Let's give it a sip. Okay. Well, as far as porters go, this one isn't quite as bold-bodied as a lot of them I've tried before. It's kind of in the medium range, kind of a light texture. Definitely not watered down. It's sort of creamy on the body. Creamy sensation on the tongue and in the throat. Taste-wise, let's try it again. Yeah, the malts are there, not quite as powerful as the aroma was. Kind of smooth, though. Overall, the sensation is rather smooth, I think. Yeah, it's not a bad beer. It's not bad at all. It's a locally brewed porter, local for New Hampshire. The pub is about a half hour away from where I live. I get up there quite frequently. You notice a kind of a dryness in the taste. Not super dry, but just slightly dry, with a bit of a of a malty, chocolate malty flavor in there as well. And the chocolate is not quite as pronounced as some porters I've had, but the taste tends to be more toward the hops than it is toward the malts, whereas the aroma was more toward the malts than it was toward the hops. But the taste is more on the hoppy side. But if you're a hop fan, I mean, you're not going to compare it to an IPA or anything like that. It's not like a strong hop sensation. It's just there. You know it's there. You taste it, and it does kind of add to the flavor, and it's kind of dry. And I've already finished about half the glass that I poured, so it's a fairly drinkable beer. And I've got another 50 or so ounces left in the growler, so I expect I'll be working on that a little bit today. And I'll catch you again another time. Thanks for stopping by.